Elon Musk revealed reasons why he publicly criticized Apple, and Apple responded back to this criticism. With that, Elon predicted that there will be bad results that the tech giant will have in the future if the company will continue to operate in the manner that it is right now. Furthermore, as Elon Musk knows, one of the upsides of being the richest man in the world is that he can easily make any issue public and attract the press if he thinks that there is an unfair situation that can be improved. That's exactly what Elon did with Apple. And Elon Musk hasn't been known to bite his tongue when it comes to criticizing other companies, and he also doesn't have the best track record with Apple personally or professionally. So, the idea of the Tesla CEO critiquing Apple won't surprise many people. However, it seems like this situation has been taken an extra step further when PayPal was reported to have been integral to an antitrust complaint against Apple Pay. This is alongside some scathing comments Musk has made in support of Epic Games in the battle between those two companies. But what exactly is the problem between PayPal, Epic Games, and Apple Pay? And why Elon Musk thinks the way Apple is operating is unfair? It's interesting to point out that recently Elon Musk and Apple had various problems with each other. For example, Apple and Tesla have clashed over employee theft as Apple forces its way into the car market, with Musk calling Apple the Tesla graveyard and being quoted as saying, "If you don't make it at Tesla, you go work at Apple." But the CEO of Apple answered this criticism and said that Apple is considering different directions to create products, including cars. However, nothing is decided yet, and maybe Apple will not make cars at all. As Tim said, we'll see what Apple does. We investigate so many things internally. Many of them never see the light of day. I'm not saying that one will not. Musk also commented on Apple that they are very slow and it's horrible for business because they missed a lot of opportunities. On Code Conference, Elon said, "I think they should have embarked upon this project of manufacturing cars sooner. It's a missed opportunity." Musk has also criticized Apple's App Store for being what he calls a walled garden, saying, "Our goal at Tesla is to support the advent of sustainable energy. It is not to create a walled garden and use that to bludgeon our competitors, which is used by some companies." Musk was specifically responding to a query as to whether competitors would be able to use the Tesla charger network, and clearly commenting on Apple's iron grip on its own applications and products. This segues into the dispute between Apple Pay and PayPal. A brief overview of the battle between these two is that Apple Pay has been accused by PayPal, as well as a litany of other companies, of abusing its control over mobile payments on its devices. Using its advantage in the hardware market, Apple has essentially attempted to force iPhone users to only use its Apple Pay service by not allowing its tap-to-pay features to be used by any other mobile payment service. PayPal, as well as many other mobile payment services, are perfectly capable of using tap-to-pay features to allow users to pay for things, but an iPhone does not allow these other services to use this feature, therefore making Apple Pay the quote, "best option" for users, instead of competing fairly and allowing its users to make the choice. Bloomberg reports that European regulators hit Apple with what they call a statement of objections from these other companies, of which PayPal was one of the biggest companies objecting. This situation is still unfolding, and we've yet to see what will come of all of this. But what exactly is going on between Epic Games and Apple? Well, it comes back to the walled garden, which is Apple's App Store. Again, like the Apple Pay and PayPal, Apple has been accused of anti-competitiveness, this time with it being that currently, Apple requires 30% of all sales of all apps within its App Store, as well as a 30% cut of any electronic goods, services or subscriptions through its App Store. All iPhones and iPads are required to only use Apple's payment services, which means they have effectively boxed any developers into using its services and taking that 30% hit to their profits. Epic Games, most famous for the creation of the game Fortnite, introduced a new payment system into its game to allow players to buy in-game currency, and as a result, Apple booted Fortnite from the App Store, and since then, there have been many arguments between Apple and Epic Games, as well as other developers and regulators getting involved in the public feud. Elon Musk, who has had bad encounters with Apple before and never one not to let his opinion be known, commented on this situation, tweeting out, "Apple App Store fees are a global tax on the internet. Epic is right." And a few days ago, he also commented on this topic and said, "literally 10 times higher than it should be." He ended his criticisms of the whole situation with the following statement: "Apple's store is like having a 30% tax on the internet. Definitely not okay." The case between Epic Games and Apple has been a very messy one from the start, and when Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers handed down her verdict, there were still no clear answers. It was a mixed result. Rogers issued Apple with an injunction to prevent the company from stopping developers from providing links or any other communications which lead others away from Apple in-app purchases. But she also ruled that Epic Games' allegation that Apple is a monopoly is in fact false, considering that to fall into the definition of a monopoly, it typically involves markets which are limited to products only sold by one manufacturer, which the App Store, whatever else it may be, is not. It is unclear as to who actually won the court case, with some speculating that such a case only bolstered Apple's defense against similar cases in the future, making it harder for any monopolization cases to get a footing against Apple, even if they were true, and others stating that the injunction Epic Games managed to get put in place is a resounding victory in of itself on behalf of many developers using the App Store. So, that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe.